Hey Capricorns, welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. If nothing resonates, just check back next time or look at your moon and or rising signs. So happy post new moon in Libra. It's very uplifting new moon energy. I hope that you all enjoyed your Sundays. Okay, so I felt called to do the chakra deck again. I really liked how it played out last week. So we're just going to dive into that energy again. And we have, sorry, the sun is kind of in a weird spot right now. So we have victim and this color green, which is the heart chakra. It's the energy that you gave a lot to someone and there was no reciprocity in that energy, okay? So this is a great time through the residual of the new moon energy to cleanse that out, bring in some peace for yourself. What else for Capricorns, please? All right, so we have grief, okay, which comes right after victim, also green for heart chakra. So there is something that has happened to you that you are in the midst of grieving. The pain, the initial shock of it, the pain, the residual of it all. So you're still in that spot right now, okay? So keep allowing yourself, don't rush yourself through the grief process. Please know that grief comes in many shapes and sizes and different time frames. We should always give ourselves at least 3 months of grieving time before we actually give ourselves the push to get over it, okay? And the next card is recovery. Purple in this deck actually connects to the third eye. And the biggest thing about the third eye is seeing past what's in front of you to see the whole picture, okay? So you're recovering a piece of yourself as you heal from whatever you are healing from. Now, I'm not saying this is a traumatic moment, but it was a traumatic moment to you. I hope that makes sense. So I'm not saying like you're healing from sexual abuse, and I'm sorry for the bluntness. Whatever it may be something that happened between you and another person that became traumatic to you. I hope that makes sense. But you're gaining a piece of yourself back, right? Because there's a key, there's something, you feel like something's missing, okay? But you're recovering that side of yourself, that piece of yourself that was taken. Okay. And you should absolutely, no matter how minuscule it is, you should absolutely give yourself the time and energy to heal, even if it's the smallest thing. Can you have one more card for Capricorn, please? We have expansion. Blue is throat chakra. You are opening your throat chakra up. You are starting to speak your truth. You're trying to open yourself up to that energy, that personal power of self-expression, of speaking your truth, okay? And that happens through this journey of from the time of the incident to having that victim consciousness, to allowing yourself to grieve that victim consciousness, to begin to recover, and then speak your truth, okay? So some of you might be on this journey where you don't even realize that your journey can help so many people. Okay. Keep that in mind. Okay. Sorry, I was a little messy with my breakfast this morning. All right, so let's go into tarot. Current and future energies, please, Spirit. Current and future energies for Capricorn, please. What's on the agenda today? Let's take that one. The Fool. Look at that. Being optimistic. A lot of optimism. That's really good energy to have. That's all I'm hearing is optimism. Okay, this is about a new chapter, a new path, a new beginning, trusting in your life and your purpose and the journey. Freeing yourself from the restraints. Wow, what the world. Some of you Capricorns are really going through a transformation, a completion of sorts. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. Let's get the future energies, please. Seven of Swords, King of Swords. With an additional card, the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, overall energy. Look at that. We have healing. Four of Swords. You're protecting yourself. You're mending the heart, right? You finally see the truth behind your anxiety, behind any, shit. That's the word I want to use. Coping mechanisms, behind behavior patterns, behind everything that you've been, the way you react, the way you get triggered. You're finally sitting down and saying, okay, when I feel this way, is it triggering me? Is it is it just me being me, etc. Okay. So as the chakra cards have laid out, you are in a healing process right now. Obviously, this is perfect because it shows that everybody is in a different spot, but you are all in this energy right now. Even when you're in the victim consciousness, you're still in a healing phase, at least in my opinion. Okay, so let's come back up here. We have the Fool of the World and the Ace of Cups. Like I was saying, you have a lot of optimism in the world. It's kind of like some of you are at the edge of the victim consciousness and coming into the grief process, right? You're realizing something major has happened to you. It affected you more than you realized, or maybe you're finally realizing that something bad happened, and now is the perfect time for you to work on it. Okay, so you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You're preparing yourself for closing out this karmic cycle, finally learning from it, not allowing it to hinder your growth. You're bringing love into the situation with Ace of Cups. It's a lot about intuition and love and emotional fulfillment. Okay, so you're fulfilling yourself by healing yourself, by closing out a karmic cycle that may have been holding you back for a little while, or for years or decades. Everyone's different, so I gotta throw in all of those options. Look at that, soul-searching hermit. Definitely felt that kind of energy. And it's about searching for you, which is perfect. We have the Page of Wands. You're learning to understand what makes you happy, what brings joy into your world, what doesn't bring joy into your world. And you're being very honest with yourself about this. Two of Swords. Here's the thing. And this kind of comes back up with the recovery card. You may not see the big picture yet, but it's there. Okay, don't be upset because of the Two of Swords coming out and you're having trouble making decisions for yourself, or you're just so blind to the road ahead of you. But just know the Spirit saying, hey, you're healing. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know the steps. You don't need to know the stages. You don't need to know where you're at. Just know that you are going in the right direction. Because we can't predict the future. It's almost impossible. And the key reason for that, at least in my opinion, is the free will option. It is a very big option. So I don't like doing love readings all the time. If the energy comes up, it comes up, but free will changes the course of people's lives. And I know there's this whole we're all connected thing, but I don't know. Anyways, so we have the Seven of Swords, King of Swords that came out together, and the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups that came out together. I apologize for the glare. It is almost past 3 reading. So now this is where the throat chakra comes into play with the Seven of Swords and the King of Swords. It's kind of like you're in this spot where the truth is going to scare you. If you cannot control the truth, you're going to run away from it. That's the energy that I'm getting from that, and it's not good energy. but it's not bad energy. It's just energy, okay? A lot of times when we go through a painful situation or someone really hurts us in whatever capacity that may be, we try to control everything in our lives, every aspect of it. And we can't do that. So what Spirit is trying to say here is that if you're feeling like you need to control things, and if you don't have that control, you want to run away from it, just look inward. Okay, so we have the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands, excuse me. What this is saying to me is that, hey, you have the answers within you. You know what you want. You know what brings you life and purpose and energy and desire and will and excitement. That is wand energy. Even if you're an earth sign, you still have the energy of fire within you. It just may be placed in a different aspect of your life. Okay? Now here again, we have the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Now what's interesting about the combination of these two cards and the energy that I'm getting from it is that speaking your truth, touching, sorry, a weird word to use, but pinpointing what each cup represents for you, or pinpointing what each emotion means to you, and that you can set yourself free from it, is so much bolder than going out and speaking the truth to the world, because honestly the truth to yourself is what matters the most. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords, healing. It's a healing process for you, right? Every time you go into unflip a cup of anxiety, depression, the victim consciousness, the pain of it all, the person that it represents, know that when you go into it with that fiery energy, you're simmering, or you're, I don't know what the word is that I want to use, but you're letting it go away. Interesting, Two of Cups. The more you understand yourself, the greater and more in-depth connections can be. That is where that is, okay? And then the bottom of the deck, they told me to show you this. Look at that. We have the work in progress, Eight of Pentacles. You're learning. All right, let's go into Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck real quick. Spirit Child and Spirit of Air, a very interesting combination. There may be wherever this resides, for a lot of you, it may reside in your childhood. So this is the time to be honest with yourself, to create an awareness for yourself and allow truth to come in about your childhood. And I feel like for a lot of you, the best way for you to release that energy is to do things that you wanted to do when you were a child that you didn't get to do. That's where the clarity will come in. That's where the awareness, where the truth, right? Spirit of Air. Spirit of Air is, air signs are Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, which is interesting because yesterday was the new moon in Libra. We have a Zombie Spirit. This is the same energy as the King of Swords, control, empty, submission. Okay, there's a part of you that you feel like is quote unquote dying, right? Because it's being sucked away by all the energy of your past. Honorable mentions, these cards came out, but I'm not going to keep them. We have Mirror Spirit. They're telling you to stop deflecting the things that are meant for you to learn, for you to go through, etc. And then we have Spirit of Light, awakening, new dawn, and beginnings. Again, this is a whole process of a new beginning happening for you. We have the Masculine Spirit. Okay, your masculine energy is starting to gain traction, right? And then with the Spirit of Pentacle, faith, unity, wholeness, your masculine and feminine energies are going to start working together to create that balance for you. Okay? And let's close out the reading. Soul Growth Journey. Final messages. Some of you are dealing with a mother wound. That's where the victim consciousness comes from. Emotionally absent mother wound, which would make sense because that means your childhood may not have been what you thought it, you didn't realize it could have been better. You are currently mastering your emotions around that mother wound. Stay guarded. Always protect your energy, protect your space, protect your home. Surrender yourself to the pains of the past. Surrender to the divine light to heal. Remember, we have to learn to coexist with our energy. All right, there's some father abandonment issues. There's divine timing. Your dreams are talking to you. Chakra energy needs to be balanced. I think I mentioned that earlier. Believe in miracles. Trust the process. Trust the spiritual awakening. Trust that process. Interesting, the last two cards we have ghosted. Whoever you're having issues with, you may need to step away from them, okay? It may be the love offer or the gift that you deserve, okay? Because it's time to take action in your life, okay? Some of you need to actually travel. Some of you just need to take action in your life, meaning need to walk away from certain people in your life, okay? All right, Capricorns, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I'll talk to you guys next week.